The story of Saint Andrew. People like to hear Jesus talk. In fact, one morning the crowd was so huge that Jesus was nearly pushed into the sea. "Excuse me," Jesus asked some fishermen, "could I borrow your boat for a while?" The fishermen's names were Andrew and Peter. "Of course," said Andrew, "it's doing us no good. We were out all night and we didn't catch a thing."
Jesus climbed into the boat. Andrew and Peter rowed out a little way from shore, and from there Jesus talked to the crowd. When he had finished, Jesus sent the people home. Then he turned to Andrew. "Let's go out a little further," he whispered. "I'd like to catch some more fish." Andrew tossed his head back and laughed. "I told you, my brother and I were out all night. We caught nothing." Jesus didn't say a word. He just smiled and looked across the lake.
"All right," Andrew said, "if that's what you want." So, Andrew and Peter sailed to the deepest part of the lake. Then they dropped their fishing nets over the side. It took no time at all. The net started pulling and jerking and stretching. It was all Andrew could do to keep the boat from tipping over.
"Help!" Andrew and Peter shouted to some friends nearby. "Help us, please!" And they rowed to them as fast as they could. Andrew looked at the boat. Andrew looked at his brother. Then he looked at Jesus and fell to his knees trembling. "Only God or someone full of his power could do that," Andrew said. "And why would someone like that want to fish with men like us?" Jesus shook his head and smiled. "Don't be scared. God has given me a lot of work to do, and I need helpers. Helpers like you and your brother. Come with me and become fishers of men."
Andrew and Peter watched Jesus go. They looked at the fish, they looked at each other. Then they dropped their nets, left their boats behind, and raced off to follow Jesus.